Hello and welcome to the second weekly 5-minute roundup of NFL fantasy news and advice. Wow, what a devastating week. Here we go. Saquon Barkley suffered a torn ACL playing against the Bears. The back drafted number 2 off the board in many leagues is done for the season. Dion Lewis took the workload and is a priority add, but a lot of that may be because Wayne Gallman was not in the game day squad. He might be the first and second down back, with Lewis reverting to his normal pass-catching role. Devonta Freeman has visited the Giants already this week. Both of these are worth a speculative add. Christian McCaffrey suffered an ankle sprain that took him out of Sunday's game. The prognosis is that he'll miss 4 to 6 weeks. Mike Davis took over the role and was effective with a large workload. He's a priority add too, especially for McCaffrey owners. Raheem Mostert and Tevin Coleman both picked up injuries for the 49ers. Mostert an MCL sprain that would likely mean 4 to 6 weeks of recovery. This three-headed monster of a backfield just got a lot clearer. The 49ers are so good at rushing that they almost sustained 3 fantasy-relevant backs simultaneously, and now only one is left standing. If McKinnon has been neglected in your league, you have to go get him. Courtland Sutton suffered a torn ACL and is done for the season. His quarterback Drew Lock is also out a few weeks, so don't expect anyone like Jerry Jeudy to be able to replicate his production. Sterling Shepard is believed to have turf toe, which could keep him out for a few weeks. Don't rush to pick up anyone from this car crash of an offense. First round picks Devontae Adams and Julio Jones both picked up hamstring injuries on Sunday, having similarly poor games. Neither is believed to be serious and they should play this weekend, but keep an eye out for news on Sunday afternoon. Michael Thomas, George Kittle and Kenny Golladay were all inactive ahead of their Sunday games. Michael Thomas' status is currently unknown, awaiting an MRI result. Kittle could return for week 3, and it would not surprise me if they try to accelerate his recovery, missing several big offensive weapons already. Golladay is also expected to be back next week. The biggest waiver adds this week will be running backs with expanded opportunity due to injury. Jerick McKinnon, Mike Davis and Dion Lewis are the priority adds, but there are some strong speculative plays if you miss out on the top 3. Wayne Gallman, Devonta Freeman or Jeff Wilson, who has been instantly promoted from the 4th to the 2nd running back in San Francisco, are all great adds. Darrell Henderson had an excellent game, which has upset everyone's assumptions about the Rams' backfield. Malcolm Brown had the majority of touches in week 1, but Henderson has clearly made his claim now, and with rookie Cam Akers sidelined with an injury, the path for him to lead the backfield is now at least visible. If you can afford to wait a week or two and see how the situation unfolds, Henderson is a great pickup. Lastly, if Myles Gaskin is still available in your league, make sure he's not. He has 13 touches in each game and 20 total fantasy points, despite not finding the end zone yet. At wide receiver, I'll start with 3 players mentioned last week, but still with very low ownership. Mike Williams wasn't great in week 2 with rookie Justin Herbert, but the Chargers have announced that Tyrod will be back for week 3 already. N'Keal Harry and Laviska Shenault continue to see high volume in the offense, though the lack of touchdowns might be keeping them off most people's radars, so you may be able to snag them in the second round of waivers this week. Paris Campbell was in this section last week, but unfortunately ended up on the deadly week 2 injury report. To step up to the plate, second round rookie Michael Pittman Jr. With T.Y. Hilton aging, there is a real opportunity for someone to step up for the Colts, and the stars may have just aligned for Pittman. Russell Gage has seen 21 targets over the first 2 games. Incredible considering Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley have also had huge games in this time. Keelan Cole has emerged as a top target of Minshew's this year. He's a great pickup if you need a wide receiver to play this week, as the home matchup against Miami is about as soft as they come. The tight end group is surprisingly strong so far. Mike Gesicki, Noah Fant and Jonnu Smith all had excellent games this week. If any of them are still available in your league, go get them. If you're in a deeper league and still struggling, Dalton Schultz has emerged as a direct replacement for Blake Jarwin. Drew Sample came into the spotlight with CJ Uzama's injury and clearly has a good rapport with Joe Burrow. Logan Thomas has seen 17 targets over the last 2 weeks. At quarterback, I really still feel like you don't have to stream at this point. Ryan Tannehill and Gardner Minshew are each available in over half of all leagues. Over 2 weeks, they are the 9th and 11th highest scoring quarterbacks. For reference, Patrick Mahomes is 8th and Lamar Jackson is 10th. To top it off, both these two have easy matchups this week. If your league is really deep and these guys are gone, I'm placing my bets on Fitzmagic. Always risky, but we know he can do it. He picked up 24 points against Buffalo this week, and that Jags defense is barely a shadow of what they once were. On defense, the Titans face the Minnesota Vikings, who just gave the Colts a 15-point fantasy game. Tampa come fresh off a 14-point fantasy week and travel to play the Broncos without Drew Lock. Finally, the New York Giants. The list of 49ers inactives for this game may include Raheem Mostert, Tevin Coleman, George Kittle and Jimmy Garoppolo. My kicker picks last week ended up 1st and 3rd, and you should stay with them this week. Both are at home in domes in relatively high-scoring games. Thank you for watching, and good luck.